Welcome, this is the first video for the world in base jump. I'm your teacher Giovanni. Before you follow my advice, I strongly encourage you to consult with an unqualified base professional. Today, we talk about flying your base canopy backwards. I know you have seen in many marketing videos. It looks so cool, maybe you want to try. Good news for you, if your canopy has vents, you can do this. All you need extra is some balls and some practice. The best way to practice this with most safety is to skydive your base canopy. Squirrel have good video on how to do this and some drills you can practice in the sky. I will leave link in the description. All the manufacturers recommend you do this in their canopy manuals, but let's be honest, most of you struggle to read and the rest of you are not going to. To fly backwards on a base canopy with most efficiency, you must ensure that your toggle settings are dialed. During your first few jumps on your canopy, play with making your toggle settings deeper. It's best to adjust them 1 to 2 inches at a time, in between jumps, until you find the perfect setting for you. There is some nuance to this process, because everyone is different, but ideally you should have your toggle set so that you are finishing your flare with your hands past your hips. This will make the canopy more responsive, makes sinking easier, and makes flare stronger. More plus easier plus stronger equals better. Please note, your control stroke will be shorter if you are routing your brake lines through your guide rings and slider. For this reason, you will most likely have different toggle settings for slider up and slider down. Make sense? Of course it does. I am best teacher. If you are a silly person and you confuse your brake settings and toggle settings, then this video is clearly too professional for you. Go back to your coach and ask they explain you. Okay, let's begin. Here is Carl Bob showcasing some technical proficiency. Oh, look at that! He did a tweener. Maybe we will talk about those in a future video. Oh my god, he is flying backwards! That is so cool! How is he doing that? Let me explain you. First, please keep in mind, first time you try this, it's normal to want to freak out, not to worry yourself. No one has ever been hurt base jumping. Let's get back to Carl Bob with this fantastic demonstration. After the canopy is pressurized, he pops brakes, brings them down past his hips and holds them there. The canopy stops moving forward and the descent rate increases rapidly. As the descent rate increases, air will start rushing in through the bottom skin vents, keeping the canopy pressurized, and it will begin to fly backwards. With plenty of altitude to spare, he eases his hands up and the canopy dives to recover. If you do this too close to the ground, you will break yourself 100% guarantee. Notice that he only lifts up to about his shoulders. As the canopy dives, he applies a little brakes, which makes the recovery less aggressive. When the canopy has recovered, he goes into full flight and gets ready to flare. Bellissimo! Remember, get your toggle setting dialed before you start working on this drill. When practicing coming out of deep breaks, do so smoothly and make sure you have plenty of altitude so you can learn the recovery arc of your canopy. Every canopy will respond differently, so repeat this process every time you get a new one. And most importantly, don't be silly person. Thank you for watching. See you next time.